Carvalho is the global head of economics at BNP Paribas. He joins us live now from New York. Marcelo, thank you so much for being with us. So, your thoughts on this dramatic reversal by Britain's new Finance Minister, Jeremy Hunt?
Yes, it is a U-turn in policies. I think from an economic point of view, what the UK authorities are trying to do is to hit the reset button, so to speak. So they're trying two things here. First is to scale back the size of the previously announced plan. They're unwinding about 3/4 of what was announced before in terms of fiscal easing. And second, even most importantly perhaps, they're trying to restore some of the credibility which was lost during the episode. However, I think unfortunately some damage is done to credibility and it will take time to recover it. More importantly even perhaps is that I think the UK developments have some lessons for policymakers elsewhere in the globe as well.
And a lot of people commented on the fact that Jeremy Hunt, through these reversals and through his announcement today, that he was essentially speaking to financial markets. Does this mean that financial markets are essentially dictating UK economic policy?
Look, I think the message here is that financial markets provide a feedback loop into policymakers. So there are a few lessons here, I think, for everyone, including the UK authorities, but others as well. The first lesson is that fiscal expansion, particularly if it's large, unfunded, and poorly targeted, will face indeed market pressures, pushback from analysts, even from the IMF, as we have seen in the case of the UK. Second message, I think, is that there is certainly a case of being better coordinated in terms of fiscal policy and monetary policy. Bank of England is tightening interest rates, hiking interest rates, trying to slow down the economy. At the same time, the fiscal policy is easing. It's like driving a car and stepping on the brake and accelerator at the same time. It doesn't work. Mm-hmm. And last but not least, authorities have to be mindful of unforeseen side effects, as we have seen with turmoil in the gilt market, in the pension fund, and so on in the UK.
Yeah, and just wanting to speak a bit more about UK inflation. We know that Liz Truss's mini budget, based on economic expert sort of input, would have been disastrous for UK inflation, which is already among the highest in Europe. Now that these policies have been reversed, what does that mean for inflation in the UK?
I think it means that it complicates a bit less than before the job of the central bank. However, Bank of England still has work to do. Inflation is too high for comfort, globally, by the way, but especially in the UK. The central bank, therefore, in the UK will have to hike again. We're looking for at least another 75 basis points hike at next time. And the terminal policy rate, so to speak, we think will be much higher than previously was the case, maybe all the way to 4.5%. So less fiscal easing as we have now helps a little bit relative to what we had before. However, it does not prevent the central bank, the Bank of England, from having to hike rates either anyway in order to contain inflation, which is too high for comfort.
What's been the corporate reaction to these dramatic reversals by Jeremy Hunt so far, especially because obviously the Conservative Party has branded themselves as being the most pro-business?
Well, I think above all, the main implication here is the element of uncertainty that the recent developments introduce. You can debate whether you should have higher taxes or lower taxes, and that's a healthy debate. But more importantly, I think for corporates, for decision makers in the private sector, is to have clarity, is to have transparency. And that's not something, unfortunately, that we had fully in the first round of announcements. And hence, the U-turn now trying to regain some credibility to lay out not just the fiscal plans, but the funding that needs to accompany those larger expanding plans than initially was the case.
Right, Marcelo, Carvalho, thank you so much. We appreciate you being with us.